Hey, what's happening, Rangers? Kwing here, and I've got an awesome Power Rangers Battle for the Grid update for you straight from the developers themselves. I actually had a call interview with them yesterday on my wife's birthday, because I'm a terrible person, and I'm here to clear up a lot of the misconceptions about Power Rangers. So you guys make sure you use your power responsibly and share this video so that people know that this is not a port. This is a brand new Power Ranger console fighting game, and I'm going to break down the mechanics for you right now. Alright, so, like I've mentioned, this game, again, is not a port. This is a brand new fighting game, and actually we have some more info about what type of fighting game it is. A lot of people have been saying that it's very similar to Marvel vs. Capcom, but that is a little bit further from the truth. In reality, the developers kind of modeled the core mechanic after Dragon Ball FighterZ. But if you're familiar with Dragon Ball FighterZ, which, as you know, I've covered it for over a year, both the PS4 and the Switch build, then you know how that mechanic works. It is usually a team of 3 that go in and fight, and then you have the ability to either tag someone in to come in and help you out, or you can bring them in as an assist tacker. So one of the things that Power Rangers Legacy Wars did is it had attacker characters, and it had assists that would come in and have like one main attack to help you out, to chain combos or do whatever through the rock, paper, scissors stuff, which is now completely gone. So when you start a match now, it'll be 3 Rangers versus 3 other Rangers, and like Dragon Ball FighterZ, you can swap them out to do cool combos, or, you know, if you just want to bring them in for a quick, you know, I need help, and they do a helper attack. It's the same type of thing. Now, the gameplay is actually being done by nWay. This is their first console game, and they're not bringing in any of the fighting mechanics or rock, paper, scissors stuff from Legacy Wars. Again, completely different game. They actually have Justin Wan, who's a very famous pro gamer and fighter gamer, so he is going over the consultant aspect of this game with nWay, Lionsgate, and Hasbro to make sure that it is going to be ready on release. So if you guys know who that guy is, then cool. I am not really familiar with this gentleman's work, so I'm not really big on the fighting game scene. My wife and I beat each other up in games, different fighting games from Injustice to Dragon Ball, Marvel vs. Capcom, and yes, a Versus series will be happening with this Power Rangers game, and Amber and I are psyched to get our hands on it so we can, you know, give you guys the goods, our terrible Versus series that's been going on for a very long time. About the skin situation, there's been a lot of confusion about this. On their website, they're not talking about you pre-order and you get new characters. Other than the Season Pass, which they've announced no information, and I tried to do a little bit of digging, aside from mentioning Gold Ranger at least 6 times during our interview, to a couple chuckles from nWay, and not so much like, oh, he's going to talk about it again. I will always talk about Gold Ranger. You can't stop me. The campaign to get Gold Ranger is back, so don't worry, guys. I'm going to make sure that Jason is in this and not as a skin. So, about the skin situation. Lord Draken Evo is a skin. He is not a new character. So, Lord Draken Base, which is one of the 4 playable characters right now, and his skin will be Lord Draken Evo, or Lord Draken 2. This also leaves the possibility for more Lord Draken skins based on Boom Comics, if Hasbro and Saban approves it, and of course Boom Studios. But you never know. I mean, skins are not going to be a very difficult thing. Just talking to them, they were like, skins, when they were explaining it to me, they were like, think Jason with the Ranger Shield. That was something that you really wanted in Power Rangers Legacy Wars, and we couldn't deliver because they're saying he's not really a different character. So Dragon Shield Jason would probably be like a skin idea that they could use for the Red Ranger or Battle Damage, because they are going for like a very Street Fighter style for that, where Street Fighter had different colors and costumes, and a lot of fighting games do that. Unknown if it will be DLC or through the Season Pass, but that's pretty much what the skin is. And you can speculate that Ranger Slayer will be in the game, because the Pink Ranger skin is most likely for Ranger Slayer. They're not going to have a Kimmy Cub skin for Gia. That wouldn't make sense. If anything, Gia would have her like regular Mega Force skin, as opposed to her Super Mega Force, since, you know, that was the show that came first. And I'm not saying that this is a confirmation. This is just things that I was talking very comfortably with nWay in about, I will say, about a 40-minute call. And the biggest problem that they have right now is a lot of people believe that this is a port of Legacy Wars, and I'm here to tell you again, it is not a port and it has no connection. So those of you that have spent the past 2 years like myself collecting Rangers and power-ups and all this other stuff, it is not going to transfer over from the mobile game to your console. They're completely different games, so they'll have completely different stories and things like that. So speaking of story mode, I tried my best to get any info about what story mode is going to be. Other than the arcade thing, they haven't really gone over what a story will be for the characters or who is writing it, but it is a story mode, and it will be character-based. So Red Ranger, Jason, would have a story mode for you to go through. Lord Draken would have a story mode. Gia and Tommy and whatever characters they add, Ranger Slayer, Gold Ranger, etc. It's probably going to have something similar to what the Injustice stuff did, where it's just art and, a little bit of background information, what happened, and if it's called Battle for the Grid, I really think that it's going to have some connection to the amazing comic book arc that we saw last year, which was probably one of the coolest things in comic books that happened in 2018. So there you go, people. If you have any questions about Power Rangers, I have a follow-up interview with Enway and Hasbro at the end of this month. If you have any particular questions, please leave them in the comment section below. We're going to be doing a lot with Power Rangers Battle for the Grid on this channel, so if you're new, please subscribe. I am making my mission to find out exclusives, characters that are coming, weapons, stages, you name it. So we're going to have some really crazy stuff happening that you're not going to be able to find anywhere else except first on KwingsLetsPlays. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming. May the power protect you.